he a good hockey player too?
Yeah, he played hockey in high school, Madison West High School, and he played hockey left-handed. Apparently, that's a thing. So he passed left-handed.
Hey, folks.
So one of the best hockey players around in the state in high school. So really good player, and it'll be fun to watch him tonight. Hopefully, he doesn't get a hit, a game-winning hit, or a home run against the Brewers.
I mean, it is big Packer fan as well. I mean, Drake, a proud Wisconsin native. We'll see if maybe Culver's will be on Drake or Vinny by the end of this series for the rest of us here. On Braves and Brewers Live as we roll on, a pair of veterans on the mound for this series opener. The reigning Cy Young winner gets the ball for the Braves.
I'm back.
Scan this QR code to join FanZone, the ultimate online forum for sports fans. Tell us what you think about what you see on TV, online, and streaming. Your voice can help shape the future of sportscasting and much more. Join FanZone today.
Woo! Get a load of this! Sonic Shakes are now half price after 5 p.m. So now you can... for half the price. Get half price shakes every day after 5 for a limited time. Live free, eat Sonic.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Did you know that Asian and Pacific Islander American students often face broad challenges when it comes to accessing higher education? For the last 20 years, APIA Scholars has awarded over 8,000 scholarships, with 73% of them going to first-generation students, 60% of those living below the poverty line. I'm proud to support APIA Scholars in their mission to make college more accessible to APIA students. Visit apiascholars.org to learn more about how you can make a difference in the lives of APIA students.
Your toe chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire.
Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out smokeofAir.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Let's go with you go. Weekdays on FanDuel Sports Network.
Braves and Brewers Live is presented by your local Toyota dealer. It's the 175th meeting between the Milwaukee Brewers and Atlanta Braves. Braves enter this 3-game set. Milwaukee 10 games under 500. The Milwaukee Brewers at 4 games over. Take a look at the head-to-head between these two. 100 wins for the Atlanta Braves, but this has been a good battle over the last decade. A 25-25 record over the last 50 games between these two teams. And the reigning Cy Young Award winner is going to get the ball for the Atlanta Braves here tonight as he tries to help Atlanta snap a 7-game skid. And Chris Sale is in search of his 5th straight quality start. It's the Comcast Business pitching matchup here tonight, the first of 3 games between the Braves and Brewers. It's Chris Sale getting the ball here tonight. The 36-year-old reigning NL Cy Young winner from last year, a 3-4 record, 2.93 ERA. He's lowered his ERA under 3 for the first time this season after this recent run that he's been on. Aaron Savali getting the ball here tonight for the Milwaukee Brewers, a 1-1 record, 5.19 ERA. It's his 4th start since returning from injury. And for more on the veteran arms, let's head to the booth. It's Rock's booth. CJ Minkowski and Bill Schroeder on the call. And CJ, we hope that Rock's showing you some of that nice Midwestern hospitality here tonight for this 3-game set.
Of course he is. He's been fantastic, Stephen. What I want you to show me, though, is how to get that pocket square, because that thing is absolutely money. It's got me nervous already for the Braves here tonight. But let's get into this pitching matchup, Brock. Aaron Savali, tell Braves fans what we need to keep an eye on here tonight with him.
Well, he had a bad start. I mean, made the first start against the Yankees in New York, and he gave up 5 runs in only 3 innings. Then he had a hamstring problem, missed 2 months, and since that time he's made 3 starts. He's been pretty good, but I think the Brewers like to see him, eat up a few more innings than he has been able to do, so far. He's not afraid of contact. He's not going to blow anybody away. This is going to be a contrast in styles tonight. with these two pitchers. I mean, he pounds the strike zone. He's got a fastball, really good cutter. The cutter really wasn't working all that great his last time out against Cincinnati. Good pitch for him. He has movement on just about everything, not afraid of contact, really not a ground ball pitcher, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of exit velocity on the stuff that he throws normally. And you hope that, Savali now, the Brewers are starting their rotation is starting to get a little bit more healthy. They were all banged up. The young kids coming up. Now they're starting to get these veteran guys back, and that's a good thing for the team.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch him. It's all that 4-seam, 2-seam fastball, and then as you mentioned, the cutter usage that you get from Aaron Savali. For the Atlanta Braves, it's Chris Sale, and Chris Sale has been excellent here lately. Starting pitching really hasn't been a problem for the Atlanta Braves. You can see the run that he has been on. It's a 1.39 ERA over his last starts. However, the 7 starts, the Braves are only 3-4 over that time. They've had a hard time scoring runs for Chris Sale. The strikeouts, most of them are going to come on the slider. He is throwing that pitch a ton. Right now, over this last run, better than 50% usage on that slider. He stopped throwing the changeup, and he had a pretty good one when he got here. The last 4 starts, though, we've only seen one changeup throw. You can see the strikeout percentage. He has been one of the best in our game's history, and there's an emotional component to what he does as well. Something we're going to talk about on our broadcast and the way that he kind of leads the team. Randy Johnson was his guy growing up, and he's got some Randy Johnson in him, and that's a big name. But I think the attitude that you see is something the Braves need right now. 7-game losing streak. They got to get this thing turned around. Chris Sale's the guy they want on the mound when they have to do it.
Thank you so much, CJ and Rock, on the call for this 3-game set between the Brewers and Braves. As Stephen Watson, Vinny Rottino, Nick Green here with you. And it's Delta Ask the Analyst. Let's start with you, Vinny. What should be the approach against these arms? I mean, these are two offenses that have been pressing a little bit.
Yeah, Chris Sale, you have to key on that fastball. It's actually a hittable fastball. Hitters hitting 333 off the heater. Do not want to try and chase that slider. It's almost an unhittable pitch. Hitters hitting under 160 against the slider. And yes, CJ hit the nail on the head. He's only thrown the changeup once in the last 4 starts, so you can totally eliminate that pitch. Although the slider, like I said, 70 of his 96 strikeouts are coming against that pitch. Going to have to really key on that fastball and not miss it. That is going to be the key. Look at the hits allowed for the Milwaukee Brewers against Chris Sale. Last 2 starts last year, 15 of them. 8 of them come on that 4-seam fastball. That was the plan. You have to key on the zone. You have to key on that pitch. If he's hitting spots, if he's going to the corners and nailing those spots, it's going to be a long night for the Brewers. Try and get into that bullpen as well, because that bullpen for the Braves has been struggling as of late.
Yeah, 4 straight quality starts for Chris Sale. He has 6 this season. They've all come in his last 7 starts. So he's rolling right now for the Braves. We'll see if the Brewers' bats can tame him. As for the Braves' bats, they need to get going against Aaron Savali, trying to snap this skid. How do they do it against the right?
Well, I need to do it any way possible, right? The Braves offense has been struggling against Savali. He's not overpowering. Hopefully the Braves can get some pitches up in the strike zone. When you think about Savali and how he gets guys out, you can see a lot of pitches up in the zone. Look, the sinker, cutter, and 4-seam all live up in the zone. If you look up, you should be able to adjust and lay off the secondary stuff down the zone. The curveball and slider are really good for him as well, but he needs swing and miss, weak contact at the bottom of the zone. The Braves hitters have to be able to hit stuff at the top of the zone. If they can do that, watch for some elevated balls up over the fence tonight.
Savali facing the Braves for the first time in his career here tonight. Sale, it's going to be his 5th meeting against the Milwaukee Brewers. The ERA just over 2. Should be a good battle on the mound for both of these two. While some of baseball's historic moments have featured these two franchises and their history is intertwined, coming up a deeper look at the history of the Braves and the greats who wore their uniforms. Coming up next on FanDuel Sports Network.
I'm Vince Petrano. Lifetime Door. Honest, upfront pricing, high-quality, American-made Haas garage doors. From maintenance to new installations and 24/7 emergency service. Beauty, quality, security, and more. Call Lifetime Door.
1 scoop, 2 scoops, stacked up high. Colors of joy reach for the sky. Classic cups, chocolate with. At the Chocolate Factory, you're in for a treat. Scoop up happiness today at the Chocolate Factory.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go.
But how long will you fight solo?
wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, you're mine. Let's see how far we can go.
Heck Furniture, downtown Watertown, distinctly different.
Braves and Brewers Live is presented by your local Toyota dealer. Beautiful night for baseball outside of American Family Field. Braves and Brewers meeting for the first time this season. It's a 3-game set. The homestand continues for the Brewers and the Braves continue their road trip. From Milwaukee to Atlanta to Cooperstown, so much rich history between these franchises. And Keith Olbermann takes us through the moments and ultimately the move that defined the ties between these cities.
You already know the intertwined histories of these teams and that they intersect in Wisconsin. It was the Boston Braves who signed Hank Aaron. He came to the majors with the Milwaukee Braves the year after they moved to Milwaukee in 1953. He led them to the World Series win in 1957 and nearly another in 1958. They became the Atlanta Braves in 1966. Then Hank went back to Milwaukee in 1975, 5 years after the Seattle Pilots had moved there to become the Brewers. Well, that's the short version of the history. The Braves are the oldest continuously operating franchise in North American sports, but they did not begin as the Braves. They were the Boston Red Stockings, then Red Caps, Bean Eaters, Nationals, Doves, Rustlers, Braves, Bees, and Braves again. And the Brewers are not the second different big league team in Milwaukee. They are the sixth. The first one was in 1878 in the National League. It's not even counting the White Sox, who played 20 home games in County Stadium in 68 and 69 and flirted with moving there. A lot of Braves immortals, Phil Niekro and Eddie Matthews and Joe Torre as players and managers, still identified with Atlanta, began with them in Milwaukee. And Braves nostalgia remained big in Wisconsin for a long time. Roy McMillan and Del Crandall, the first two managers appointed by the Brewers in Milwaukee, had been Braves stars there. The first Brewers announcers, Merle Harmon and Tom Collins, had done the Braves games. And then the Brewers hired an ex-Braves catcher named Bob Uecker. Then, led largely by an 18-year-old shortstop named Robin Yount, and Ueck, the Brewers' own identity began to form, building to Stormin, Gorman, Thomas, and Harvey's Wallbangers and the team that played the NL East champion Cardinals in the 1982 World Series, but might have played the 1982 NL West champ Braves. Still, the Braves' arrival, Eddie Matthews and Warren Spahn are coming to Milwaukee, and their departure, Eddie Matthews and Hank Aaron are coming to Atlanta, might be the most underrated developments in baseball history. Before the Braves moved to Milwaukee, no team had changed cities in 50 years, and the westernmost ball club was the Cardinals. California, expansion, divisional play, the Braves and Milwaukee got the momentum started that redefined the sport. And before the Braves moved to Atlanta, the southeasternmost team was the Cardinals. Florida, the Texas Rangers, the Braves in Atlanta got that momentum started that redefined the sport again.
Time for the Toyota Inside Look at notable players to play with the Braves in Milwaukee and then join that move to Atlanta. And all of them are now in Cooperstown. Hank Aaron, Phil Niekro, Eddie Matthews, Warren Spahn, and Joe Torre. 50 years ago, Hank Aaron, it was his first game back in Milwaukee. Back in 1975, record crowd of over 48,000, giving him a standing ovation at County Stadium on April 11th, 1975. Aaron returned to Milwaukee as a member of the Brewers after he broke baseball's home run record. The All-Star game also took place at County Stadium that same year. Well, coming up on FanDuel Sports Network, we have lineups for both of these clubs as we get closer to first pitch between the Braves and Brewers. We go 1 through 9. Coming up next.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Now for a limited time, get 2.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Get hot deals for your lawn and garden at Menards, all after 11% rebate. Weed and grass killer with sprayer is just $18.99. 100-foot garden hose that expands to 3 times its length, only $47.99. Offer bugs, insect repellent is just $4.99. Men's or ladies' work gloves only $2.99. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Braves and Brewers Live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Ford. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. By Comcast Business, powering possibilities. And by the Chocolate Factory, online ordering and curbside service available on our website. Beautiful night for tailgating in downtown Milwaukee. It's the Brewers and Braves here on FanDuel Sports Network. Look at the starters here tonight for the first of 3 games. It's the reigning Cy Young winner Chris Sale, the lefty, going opposite of Aaron Savali. Support a nice head of lettuce right now for these Milwaukee Brewers. As we welcome you inside American Family Field, Stephen Watson, Vinny Rottino, Nick Green here with you on Braves Brewers Live on FanDuel Sports Network. Getting you set for first pitch coming up shortly. Let's take a look at the lineups for both of these teams. And Nick, we'll start with the Atlanta Braves, a team that's lost 7 in a row. They've lost 14 of the last 17. Is this the lineup that can finally crack the code for them?
I sure hope so. I mean, when Ronald Acuna's at the top, you feel pretty good about the lineup. They've been bouncing guys around back and forth. Acuna's at the top. Drake Baldwin, but he's been there recently. He's been that number 2 spot. Bradley's at 3-hole. Olsen, Ozuna, Harris in the middle. Always Verdugo and Nick Allen at the end there. The last 12 games, you see Riley hitting over 300, 3 homers over that stretch. The OPS almost 900. He's gotten on a quieter roll. He's been even better over the last 4 games. 7 hits. Back-to-back days with 2 hits. He's been driving the ball to right center field a little bit better, staying back on that back leg better. Hopefully, against Savali, he does that today. It stays inside of the ball, comes over here, down the right field line.
And Albies has reached base in 23 straight games. That matches a career best streak. And then Vinny, take us through 1 through 9 for the crew.
Jackson Sherwood at the top, that OPS climbing at 713. William Contreras, Christian Yelich, the 2-3 holes. Reese Hoskins batting cleanup. Daz Cameron in that 5 hole. Sal Freeland, Caleb Durbin, Joey Ortiz, and Bryce Terang rounding things out. We're keying on Caleb Durbin here because in the last 15 games, hitting 291, 7 doubles, 8 RBIs. And look, from May 10th to May 18th, he went 0 for 21. His average, Nick, was down to 169. Me and you, probably more me, would have buried themselves mentally.
No, we would have been down at the AAA.
But this kid did not, and he is swinging the bat really well now. He has been a key cog to the success now that the Brewers had in the last 20 games.
Yeah, had his first walk-off home run, his second walk-off of the year over the weekend against the Padres, the lone win for the crew this weekend. It's time for our Zaxby's countdown clock to first pitch here between the Brewers and Braves. Chris Sale's getting the ball, and he's coming into Milwaukee on the heels of 6 quality starts in his last 7 for the Atlanta Braves, doing his part to try and get them and end that.
Hey, by the way, that's a Gwinnett Striper jersey with Contreras on there, if I'm not
Let's
mistaken.
kick that guy out of here.
He's a Braves fan too.
I forgot what color the Braves line. There we go.
William Contreras, once a Brave, now a Brewer. And a good look at the UW Credit Union out there for the fans. Brewers and Braves live rolls on, and we've got a couple of MVPs in the house in the National League. Talking to Acuna Jr. and Yelich as Brewers Braves live rolls on.
How to bring generations together. Start by splashing together. Maybe go on a ride together. See stuff together. Or do something different altogether. Spend a day together. Spend the whole week together. Call it a get together. Put this thing, those things, and that thing together. Hey, this vacation is really coming together. You know what they say? A family that plays together. Well, you could put two and two together. Wisconsin Dells, come together. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Steinhoffels Buy More, Save More sale is back, and the savings are bigger than ever. Save at least 10% off store-wide. Then take $100 off every $9.99 you spend. Buy a sofa for $19.99 and take $200 off. Get a new bed for $29.99 and get $300 off. Take advantage of Steinhoffels' 18-month 0% financing to make your purchase even more affordable. Steinhoffels is Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader.
Might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. You may not even know you have it, but you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand. With early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Braves and Brewers live on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by University of Wisconsin Whitewater. Be bold here. By Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. By Wendy's. Wendy's Rewards, one app, all the Wendy's. Download it today. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
Season unlike any other in Major League Baseball history for Ronald Acuna Jr. Take the base and take a bow, number 13. Yelich bombs away to deep right. It is up and out of here. Look at this. Are you kidding me?
On Northside Hospital, heart of the order, comparing the MVP seasons for Ronald Acuna Jr. and Christian Yelich. Acuna Jr., the founding member of the 40-70 Club, first player to hit 40 home runs, steal 70-plus bases in a season. Then Yelich added a silver slugger. Since then, has put together a stretch that is feeling like his first couple of years in Milwaukee. And Sophia Minner joins us now with Captain Christian.
Here with Christian Yelich, and Christian, despite the series loss over the weekend, this stretch over the last 2 weeks has probably been the best baseball you guys have played as a team, having won 10 of the last 13. Just what do you think overall has clicked for you guys over the last couple weeks?
I don't know. I think just continuing to play. Ups and downs are part of baseball season, and I know everybody always wants it to be just smooth sailing all the time, and it's just not the reality of the sport or how it works. And I think we've gotten healthier. We've got some guys going again, and it's led to more wins.
For you offensively over the last 2 weeks, you're hitting nearly 400, 6 homers in there. You're driving in a lot of runs. What has been the difference for you in terms of consistently putting yourself in a place to hit?
it's going a little bit better. Slow start, but it's a long year, and as long as I think you stay healthy and you keep going out there, it tends to even out as the year goes on, and it's kind of what we're doing, just trying to be more consistent, and it's definitely led to better results.
You and Jackson Churio are one of two pairs of teammates in the league that have 10 plus homers, 10 plus stolen bases. How much has that been a part of this offense too, of just, the base running carrying over from last year, the pressure you guys are able to put on the other team?
Yeah, I think for us, that's a big part of our game, and running the bases, stolen bases, and we just need to get people on base, and then we can kind of play our game with the running, the bunting, the traffic, and we can do that. We're usually pretty successful. At the times that we've struggled, we haven't really been on base as much, but that happens sometimes. You're up against good pitching, and some nights are a little bit tougher than others, but for the most part, when we're out on the base paths, it leads to success for us.
As we get ready for this Brave series, you guys are seeing the Cy Young Award winner in Chris Sale tonight. You didn't get to face him last year, but in your experience, having seen him in the past, what the team did last year, scoring 4 runs off of him, how do you get to a guy like that with the stuff that he has?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a grind. When you face a guy like that, it's going to be a tough night. His runs are kind of at a premium, so when you get opportunities to score and you have chances to put runs on the board, you have to take advantage of them, because usually there's not a ton of opportunity. Doesn't mean there can't be, but guys had a great career, won the Cy Young, so usually those guys don't give you a ton of opportunity to beat them and score runs. So when you have the opportunity to do so, you really got to make sure you're able to take advantage of it.
When you know that you're facing someone like Chris Sale, how much of that is also just quality individual at bats, right? And creating the traffic that you guys were able to, like you did in the San Diego series.
Yeah, it's a team effort. So you just try to have as many quality good at bats as you can. Not all of them are going to lead to getting on base or hits, but you can still have a good at bat and keep applying pressure and try to make it as tough on them as possible, because that's what you're going to need. So it's a good challenge for us, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Thanks, Christian, for the time.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sophia and Christian. And our 4 keys to the game. Who wins the battle of past MVPs? Vinny, who are you taking?
Yeah, of course I'm taking Christian Yelich. He's such a key to this. What am I going to say? Acuna? No. 1 for 8 in the Padres series. Did have 4 walks and was hitting the ball hard. So he is so important to this team. And when he goes 1 for 8, we all panic around here. But I think he's going to have a monster game and a monster series right now.
Can I get my case real fast? Ronald is one of the best players in the game, period. No doubt about that. Not running anymore, but he still has plenty of power. He has 0 hits at the top of the zone. He gets his first today. All right, we'll see who has bragging rights in our post-game show. We'll have extended coverage for that as well. Nick Green, Vinny Rattino, appreciate you guys. As always, be here all week long in Milwaukee. We have the Braves and Brewers. Their histories intertwined. They add another chapter this week. It's coming up next on FanDuel Sports Network.
Let's work together.
Let's take everything we know about cancer,
Every cancer, my cancer,
and turn months into years.
Let's share what we learned. Share how we feel.
Let's cry about it. Be brave about it.
And use it to fuel discovery.
Comfort. Strength.
Promise. Let's remember what it was like before cancer and push to bring that feeling back.
Life is defined by moments. In those moments, student athletes at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater shine. With world-class facilities and coaching staff, we set our Warhawk athletes up for success in the classroom, in the community, and in competition. Through our championship culture, we prepare you to make an impact in the future. Learn more about the Warhawk Athletics family at uww.edu/athletics.
We all have a type. Maybe you know what you're typing. Maybe you don't.
Oh, you have one. Am I a type?
You can be the type to save lives.
Thank you. Hey, folks.
I know
Hey, come on in, everybody. If you're watching that Pete McDivitt show. I wonder if they did the anthem. I'm just checking if they did the anthem. I want to hear the Bob Uecker story.
Rustlers, Braves, Bees.
The last 17 is with 2 hits. He's been 21. He's a Braves fan too. Oh, I forgot.
Splashing together, maybe go on a ride together.
Here with Christian Yelich, and Christian, despite the
as long as I think.
Back to Milwaukee in 1975.
For the Braves, we'll see if the Brewers bats can tame him. As for the Braves bats, they need to get going against Aaron Savali, trying to snap this skid. How do they do it against the righty?
Well, I need to do it any way possible, right? The Braves offense has been struggling against Savali. He's not overpowering. Hopefully the Braves can get some pitches up in the strike zone. When you think about Savali and how he gets guys out, you can see a lot of pitches up in the zone. Look, the sinker, cutter, and four-seam all live up in the zone. If you look up, you should be able to adjust and lay off the secondary stuff down the zone. The curveball and slider are really good for him as well, but he needs swing and miss, weak contact at the bottom of the zone. The Braves hitters have to be able to hit stuff at the top of the zone. If they can do that, watch for some elevated balls up over the fence tonight.
Savali facing the Braves for the first time in his career here tonight. Sale, it's going to be his 5th meeting against the Milwaukee Brewers. They are at just over 2. Should be a good battle on the mound for both of these two. Well, some of baseball's historic moments have featured these two franchises, and their history is intertwined. Coming up, a deeper look at the history of the Braves and the greats who wore their uniforms. Coming up next on FanDuel Sports Network.
I'm Vince Petrano, Lifetime Door.
Peck Furniture, downtown.
Braves, they were the Boston Red Stockings. Back to Milwaukee in 1975, 5 years after the Seattle Pilots had moved there to become the Brewers. Well, that's the short version of the history. The Braves are the oldest continuously operating franchise in North American sports, but they did not begin as the Braves. They were the Boston Red Stockings, then Red Caps, Bean Eaters, Nationals, Dubs, Rustlers, Braves, Bees, and Braves again. And the Brewers are not the second different big league team in Milwaukee. They are the 6th. The first one was in 1878 in the National League. That's not even counting the White Sox, who played 20 home games in County Stadium in 68 and 69 and flirted with moving there. A lot of Braves immortals, Phil Niekro and Eddie Matthews and Joe Torre as players and managers, still identified with Atlanta, began with them in Milwaukee. And Braves nostalgia remained big in Wisconsin for a long time. Roy McMillan and Del Crandall, the first 2 managers appointed by the Brewers in Milwaukee, had been Braves stars there.
Yeah.
The first Brewers announcers, Merle Harmon and Tom Collins, had done the Braves games. And then the Brewers hired an ex-Braves catcher named Bob Uecker. Then, led largely by an 18-year-old shortstop named Robin Yount and Uecker, the Brewers' own identity began to form, building to Stormin, Gorman, Thomas, and Harvey's Wallbangers and the team that played the NL East champion Cardinals in the 1982 World Series, but might have played the 1982 NL West champ Braves. Still, the Braves' arrival, Eddie Matthews and Warren Spahn are coming to Milwaukee, and their departure, Eddie Matthews and Hank Aaron are coming to Atlanta. Next. Inside.
You're watching FanDuel
News Sports Network. Booze and Bucks.
At the tangle of game 1 of a 3-game series. A lot of history between these two franchises. Braves on the
Our
for Chris Sale, but
Chris Sale.
He's come off the injured list. He missed 2 months with a hamstring problem.
Okay, here's the lineup for the Braves. Acuna Jr., Baldwin catching, Austin Riley, Olsen, Matt Olsen, Ozuna, Harris, Michael Harris, aka Money Mike, and then Austin, Albies, Verdugo, and then Allen. For the Bull Crew, Curio, Contreras, Yelich, Hoskins, Cameron in left field. In right field, it's Frelick, Durbin, and at third, Joey Ortiz at short, and Turang at second. That's your starting 9. The Bulls are going up against Chris Sale. 6:40 my time, 7:40 Atlanta, East Coast. Hey, if you're watching that Pete McDivitt show, come on in.
These babies don't come cheap. Yeah, sure. Who needs to see the game? What sport is this? Oh, hot dogs. What are your specials? Hot dogs. Oh, 2 please.
Hot dogs.
For you.
Hot dogs.
I'd love to, because I earn unlimited 2% cash rewards with my Wells Fargo Active Cash Card.
Oh, Marty, we're on the celebrity cam.
The Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo. Terms apply.
What does Santa do in his off-season? We can't solve every mystery, but when it comes to what's below your yard surface, visit diggershotline.com or call 811. And in 3 business days, the utilities will have your yard marked for safe digging. Diggers Hotline, every time you dig.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can talk, it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Prevagen. Prevagen, made for your brain. The Brewers continue a season-long 10-game homestand here in Milwaukee. Dropped the weekend series against the San Diego Padres. Now they welcome in the Atlanta Braves, and there's a look at former National League MVP from 2023, Ronald Acuna Jr. rejoined the Braves after an ACL injury. And the Brewers, of course, they've got their own MVP. 2018 winner Christian Yelich.
Yeah.
He's been doing a hot bat for the Brewers here lately. Good evening. So we have dinner here at American Family Field, and the Brewers have won 10 of their 13, dropped the weekend series against the San Diego Padres. Now they welcome in the Braves for the start of a 3-game series. And For Christian Yelich and Ronald Acuna, fun to see MVPs on the field matching up again, and both of them having great seasons so far. Again, Ronald Acuna Jr. coming back from a knee injury over his last 15 games. He's hitting over 300, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. The OPS for him, nearly 1,000. Yelich, of course, has been heating up for the Brewers as well. He continues to lead this team offensively. 6 homers, 15 RBIs. The OPS, almost 1,200 for Yelich. Here's what Yelich had to say about how the Brewers have been playing as a team and his own adjustments as a player.
Ups and downs are part of baseball season, and I know everybody always wants it to be just smooth sailing all the time, and it's just not the reality of the sport or how it works. And I think we've gotten healthier. We've got some guys going again, and it's led to more wins.
For you offensively over the last 2 weeks, you're hitting nearly 400, 6 homers in there. You're driving in a lot of runs. What has been the difference for you in terms of consistently putting yourself in a place to hit?
Yeah, it's going a little bit better. Slow start, but it's a long year, and as long as I think you stay healthy and you keep going out there, it tends to even out as the year goes on.
Acuna and Yelich meet again, and Aaron Savali faces the Atlanta Braves for the first time in his career. The Brewers offense will be facing the National League Cy Young Award winner in Chris Sale. He's having a great season as well. First pitch lineups between the Brewers and the Braves next.
There's a lot of reasons why the Honda CR-V is one of the most popular SUVs on the road. The CR-V is fun to drive, and it's a great deal with loads of space inside. But most of all, it's a Honda, and that means reliability. Year after year, mile after mile, you can count on the Honda CR-V. A Car and Driver 10 Best for the 3rd year in a row. Go! To see the CR-V for yourself, see your Greater Milwaukee Honda dealer today.
From fasteners to fluid power, PVF to plumbing, electrical to tile, Epicor is everywhere because distribution leaders need AI-powered cognitive ERP to make streamlining business processes easier, simplifying inventory management easier, anticipating customer demand easier. A customer say it best. Every day is easier with Epicor.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Tweeting mode should be coming up there shortly.
Race for $1 million. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. For a limited time, Powerball players in Wisconsin have a chance to win even more prizes.
Okay, 3D mode is up.
Winners of $1,000.
Yeah, he hasn't faced too many.
Starts with Ronald Acuna Jr. at the top. Matt,
Not against the Reds. Yeah, threw a lot of them, really. Junior in left field. Trio grabs out the outfield. Caleb Durbin, Joey Ortiz. I'm going to say Junior Ortiz. Joey Ortiz, Bryce Terang, Reese Hoskins around from third to first, and William Contreras behind home plate. The rest up with Junior.
Were you looking at his old baseball cards? I got about 1 million of them.
Yeah.
Those are your umpires, Mike Malinsky, Emil Jimenez, Doug Eddings at second, Derek Thomas is at third. First pitch, fouled away, and off we go. I have about 1 million Junior Felix,
Yeah, right.
Junior Ortiz,
Yeah.
Felix Jose's.
Yeah, but Joey's been around here a while. You would expect better.
That's all right. We're fine. Cody down to the count on 1, and
Now it's 1-1.
Curveball's big pitch for.
Yeah, straightened him up, nothing wrong with that early in the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I was just stretching.
3-2 coming.
3-2 coming.
And he lashes one foul.
Lashes 1 foul.
Got fastball in the outer part of the plate. Acuna, second time he's torn his ACL. First the right, then the left.
Yeah, been back 2 weeks. I mean, they really missed him. I mean, one of the best in the business. Ronald Acuna Jr. up to a pretty good start.
3-2 count.
Back in 23, 3-2 pitch. Curveball struck him out.
Good ball struck him out. Savali strikes out Acuna Jr.
That was a big pitch for him against the Reds. Starts out pretty well with it tonight.
Acuna says,
Drake Baldwin with a lot of
"How in the hell can I miss that, Drake Baldwin?"
Phones around. Easy drive in from Madison. And Baldwin hits it in the air to center.
Baldwin hits it in the air to center.
Routine fly ball to center field. Baldwin is retired for round number 2.
Yeah, let's check out our Pizza Ranch for the win tonight. Attack early. I mean, Chris Sale, he likes to work ahead in the count. First pitch strikes for Chris Sale, 65%. So look for something to hit early and no history. As I talked about, only one hitter in the lineup for the Braves has ever faced Eric Savali, and that's Verdugo. He's 3 for 5 against Eric.
Yeah, the first pitch is a strike on Austin Riley.
Strike right there.
Only 2 more teams for Aaron Savali to ever pitch against. He got the Reds. He never faced the Reds until his last start. Now the Braves.
Whoa, way
Got 2
upstairs.
more to go. He pitched for Tampa Bay, but never pitched against Tampa Bay. And then the Houston Astros.
Yeah.
Austin Riley.
Another
good season.
Come on.
Time to get going this year.
Play.
Home runs driven in 35.
Austin Riley to the
He
plate.
has always given the Brewers fits, too.
Yes, he has. I mean, a lot of home runs, good right center field power.
Line and over the glove of Ortiz for a...
Over the glove of Ortiz.
Yeah, that cutter up in the zone, and Riley put a good swing on it just out of the reach of Joey Ortiz. That cutter didn't do a whole lot. Right
No, it
on into
didn't.
the bad base hit.
And it brings up everyday Matt Olson. 2 for 9 in the series against the San Francisco
2
Giants.
for 9.
Did hit a homer. Got 13 of those on the season with 37 runs batted in. There's a game Olson's going to be playing in it. Lines at foul.
Lines at foul.
He has made 683 starts. He's played in 684 consecutive games. Only one has not been a start. It's the longest streak going in Major League Baseball.
That shades of Freddie Freeman, right? I mean, he started that tradition in Atlanta to play every single day.
Yeah.
1-2 Olson is
One.
foul. Say that about Austin Riley and a lot of the everyday guys for the Atlanta Braves, their core group. Yeah, they like to play every day. When healthy and available, of course. But
Yeah.
The stretch that Olsen is on is unheard of these days.
Quick 0-2 on Olson.
Quick 0-2 on Matt Olson.
Got a ways to go to catch Cal Ripken.
Yeah, that is.
I think it's fair to say that he won't get there.
Yeah.
It's one of those records that'll never be touched again.
No.
Like a lot of records. That one's safe in the books. Curveball got him.
Good ball, got it.
K's in the scoreless first round.
Buzz, 1, 2, 3, scoreless inning.
When we come back.
I use PayPal to buy this ticket. I'm paying it off over time. No fees, no interest.
No, else there's no interest. Me.
You can pay your own way.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
The captain needs you back in the cockpit.
Oh, yeah, sir.
You combed through every last.
I never fails.
You made the final impossible connection. And all the while, you were soaking in the bath. Oh, there's more to imagine when you listen.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Get enjoy pricing and choose FlexBuy on F-150 with 4.9% APR for 66 months plus 2,500 retail bonus and 500 early bonus cash. Visit your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
I eat.
Here at the Chocolate Factory, we stack our stuffs high.
Here for
with
peanut
legendary
crew.
flavors and fresh ingredients. Craving something bold?
Yes.
Try the black
Okay.
turkey. Feeling saucy?
Cleanup crew means we have to pick up, straighten up your room, and we cannot have all these.
Murphy's squad shut out through the last 3 ball games against the San Diego Padres. 4 runs in a Saturday victory. His starting lineup today looks very similar to what he's been running out there against lefties this season recently, at least. Churchill, Contreras, Yelich, Hoskins, Cameron, and Frelick in the middle. Durbin, Ortiz, and Rice Turang, and they get the reigning Cy Young Award winner, and Chris Sale here tonight.
Yeah, career record 141 and 87. I mean, unbelievable stuff out of Chris Sale. Top 5 in the Cy Young Award voting. That was 7 times he won last year.
Right back up the middle. Churchill gets the party started.
Lizzie.
Single, the Brewers had just 1 extra base hit in the series against the Padres. The Brewers, I should say, the Braves defense behind Sale tonight.
They
Put that underneath your bed.
Yeah.
Acuna in the outfield. Riley
Acuna in the title.
from third to first. And Rick Baldwin pushing the button.
Hey.
Chris Sale.
One on.
Come on.
I'm coming.
Takes inside, ball 1. Sale made 2 starts against the Brewers a season ago.
Patrick, I gotta sit over there. You can bring some of this to me.
Alright.
I mean,
Third inning.
I'm getting tired of trying to balance.
5 times. Got a couple of those decisions. And just trying to get themselves going against Sale. If you can make him throw some pitches and get into this bullpen, you got a shot to beat this Braves team.
Bullpen, that has its problems this year. Chris Sale, 6 of the last 7 starts have been quality starts. Last time out, a win against the Phillies, that was in Philadelphia. No runs in 6 innings.
And that sweeps across the corner for a strike. That's where you get the majority of the strikeouts, that slider.
Yeah, fastball slider, that's pretty much it. He was throwing a changeup for a while, but he really hasn't thrown many of those.
Yeah, full.
Hasn't faced many lefties this year. Teams try to avoid throwing left-handed hitters against them.
That one's on the ground, foul by Contreras.
He's got that Josh Hader arm angle. Makes it tough on lefties. The Brewers have 3 lefties in their starting lineup tonight.
Okay, any other clothes over there that need to be folded?
Off to a good start. Sal Frelick in the lineup again today.
No.
He's been in there every day.
Oh.
I mean, we gotta get the clothes off.
Yes. Hey, as long as you're over there,
2 from Sale.
put that in the hamper.
Low, that breaking ball.
Why in the hamper?
Because I said so.
Yelich on deck.
100 strikeouts in his career.
I am back, everybody. Where's my phone?
Fastest ever to get to 2,500 strikeouts. So your active leaders.
Oh.
Kershaw just 17 away from 3,000. Picked up a win yesterday. Kershaw's first win since August of last year. See Sale 2 starts ago, got to that 2,500 mark and climbed.
And he missed almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, with injury.
Hey, if you're watching that Pete McDivitt show, come on over.
And it's a fair ball off the bat. Yelich is safe at first base, and he'll take him any way he can get him.
Hey, that'll make up for a few line drives that were caught. Would have been an easy play for Matt Olson, but it hits the bag and rolls to the screen in foul ground. There you go. Thank you very much.
Easy call for the first base umpire, right off the bat. And Chris Sale covered his mouth so he couldn't read his lips, but he had something to say for Christian Yelich there.
Oh, shucks.
And it's awesome. First, Yelich is back. Smaller bags, probably is a routine ground ball to first base.
Mm-hmm.
Hoskins rips one foul.
Hoskins rips one foul.
That's the thing. You want to attack this guy early. You don't mess around. You get a pitch you like early.
Get a pitch you like and you drive it.
Again, first pitch strikes for Sale, 65% this year. They don't mess around too much.
Decent lead for Yelich over at first. Sweeps outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on.
Sweeps outside for Sale. 1-1.
Hoskins 3 for 6 lifetime against Sale.
3 for 6 against Yale. Sale.
He's ahead 2 balls and a strike.
That's going to be the key tonight for the Brewers. I mean, Chris Sale has had his best chase rate of his career, 35%. You got to lay off that slider that's out of the zone, but again, much easier said than done.
Much easier said than done.
Hitters count for Hoskins. Got a slider for a strike.
Got a slider for a strike.
Two.
2-2.
And a miss at the high fastball, and Sale picks up.
3 up, 3 down, 1 left.
This Father's Day, give Dad the gift of power and precision with Works Power Tools from Menards. Works cordless power tools and outdoor power equipment have everything you need for the workshop to the yard. With drills and saws to trimmers and blowers. Power up with Works 20-volt power share to get your projects done. Right now, get this Works 20-volt power share battery for $39.95 after 11% rebate. Save big
Money at Menards.
Dinner?
Your call.
Someplace inexpensive. Burgers, tacos, pizza.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus by signing up for an Old National Bank checking account.
King crab, foie gras, caviar.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities.
I'll order a car.
Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it would tell stories. And if you've had one, you probably have a story for telling.
Okay, end of one. This is what I'm going to do. Okay. Did it okay.
Fruit juice like Simply Spiked Lemonade and a way to get cool. You can leave it open. Simply Spiked, made with real fruit juice.
Scan this QR code to join FanZone, the ultimate online forum for sports fans. Tell us what you think about what you see on TV, online, and streaming. Your voice can help shape the future of sportscasting and much more. Join FanZone today.
Hey, make sure the Brewers represented at the 2025 MLB All-Star Game. Scan the QR code to cast your 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote.
If you vote, do you get one of those slushy drinks?
That'd be nice.
Slushy drinks.
I'll vote twice.
I'll take a lemon.
Jackson Churio back out there in center field as Marcelo Ozuna leads it off against Savali. It takes strike one.
Strike one.
2 strikeouts in the first for Savali. Pitched around a 2-out single. Ozuna takes strike 2.
Okay. A wide zone. That bodes well for Savali.
Contreras see how far he'll go out there. And that one's wide.
That one's wide.
Not that far. Marcelo Ozuna, 10 homers, 28 driven in. Yeah, that one skips in the dirt.
That one skips in.
Around all that well, he's got a leg issue. Get him on the ground, pretty good chance he's not going to be able to beat a throw to first.
Two coming.
2-2 coming.
Broken back flare, shallow right. Freelick on the move, can't get there. Base hit for Ozuna.
Can't get there. Base hit for Ozuna.
The man is aboard, but as you said, not a lot of speed. He's station to station, but Savali busted his bat.
Yeah, good pitch, down the handle. Not a whole lot you can do about it. I we were saying when we come on the air, the exit velocity against Savali has been low this year. Yeah, the guys really haven't been barreling him up a whole lot.
The Big Bear, they call him. Come on, Big Bear.
Michael Harris.
Mikey, Money Mike up the bat. A.K.A.
Had the one start, and then
Michael Harris.
this almost 2 months of a hamstring injury. Started game 3 of the season against the Yankees. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Strike. Two.
Pitch counts.
Come on, Money Mike. Slow down. You're better than that. I've watched you. I see you. Money Mike. Here comes the money.
Check swing.
Check swing.
Didn't go.
Did not go.
Gave up a season-high 7 hits in that last start against the Reds, but as you said, just the 2 runs. And he's kept the ball in the ballpark, too. He's allowed just 1 home run since his return from the injury list. That's on the ground on the middle base hit just past Savali.
Just past Savali.
Harris with 2 strikes up.
Tried to get him again with a high fastball, only 93 miles an hour.
This one was 93.
Gets on top of it. Lefties normally don't like pitches up in the zone on South Freelick. Gets on top of it, hits it hard into center field, so the first 2 reach.
And Ozzy Albies comes up for Atlanta. Albies takes high. Seems like every time the Brewers play the Braves, Albies comes up with a big hit. At some point, one-zero is a strike.
Strike. Austin Albies.
0-7 against San Diego and LA, the Dodgers. Got to put them in a hole to start the year.
Ball. Strike right there. That almost looked like a ball. I was going to say ball.
The Braves have lost 19 games this year by 1 run. That is an insane amount of close games.
Insane.
2, and Albies
Breeze flips it foul. And you want to talk about emergency swing. We see a ton from South Philly. That was one. Here are the notes here for Atlanta. Acuna comes back. He's played in 15 ball games. Chris Sale, he's done a great job so far this year. The quartet of Albies, Harris, Olsen, and Riley, they played in every game, but it's the one-run losses. That's your difference.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And how many
not two.
I mean, a lot of one-run games, I would imagine, right?
Damn right.
Sometimes it's the offense, sometimes it's the bullpen.
On May 18th, the Braves were a game over 500, 24-23. Since then, it's been tough sledding. This hit in the air, right center. Turang out. Turang makes the catch. Everybody gets back to their bags. Tough play there from Bryce Turang, who's able to run it down.
Yeah, who does that better than him, though? He gets a good jump. He knows exactly where to go. Takes a good angle to the baseball. Good jump. Check him out. Exactly the right angle. Any kind of deviation in that angle, that ball dropping. And he's the only one that could have caught that ball. But he makes that play look so easy.
Sal telling Bryce, hey, thanks for picking me up, buddy. I wasn't getting there.
I mean, you're running full speed. The head is bouncing. That ball's bouncing as your head's moving. And he's able to make the catch.
Verdugo at the plate takes a strike. As you mentioned, Rock, he's the only guy that's seen Savali that's in the lineup today. 3 for 5 lifetime.
3 for 5 lifetime.
Savali able to get that big first out from Albies. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Braves signed Verdugo late. March 20th is when he signed. Began the year in AAA. Getting 250 so far with Atlanta. And that's a caught third strike. Fastball to the inside corner.
They weren't looking for that, was he? That one had plenty of the plate. He was looking off speed. Maybe looking cutter. Wasn't looking for this. Good pitch to hit. Down and in for a lefty.
Down and in for a lefty.
Not sure Contreras was looking for it in that spot either, but it worked out. Now you're an out away from getting through this second inning unscathed. Nick Allen at the plate. And a fly ball in the center. Churiel has a beat on it. And that ends the inning. Savali pitches through some traffic in the second inning, but strands a pair of Braves.
To see how your team is doing, all you have to do is look at the scoreboard. We know how to win for our clients. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Girls' night.
Remember that place we got burritos from last time?
No, but with Ring, I can find it.
Hurry? Nice.
Here it is.
Wow, this really makes you look smart.
Thanks.
With Ring, you can type it and find it.
Watch Goalies and Goalies weekdays on FanDuel Sports Network.
Thanks to this waterfront hotel on Booking.com, even Yankees fans are loving Boston.
Oh, no. We're keeping tabs on our rivals.
We love Boston.
With so many choices, you can be a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
Yeah.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
First night in the new house. Yes.
Like you know to check the neighbors first, before buying a house.
Wow.
What was that?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Brewers and Braves here at American Family Field, and the Brewers are facing the reigning National League Cy Young Award winner in Chris Sale. He has a 2.08 earned run average and 4 career starts against Milwaukee. However, the Brewers were able to get to him in 2 starts last year. They scored 4 runs off of him, totaled 15 hits in those 2 starts. And so for manager Pat Murphy, he said what he's looking for Of course, it's pressure. It's driving up the pitch count. It's relentless at bats, just trying to drive him out of this game as early as you can. And of course, you examine when you get a mistake. But what he's looking for is also good ball flight. By that, he meant, it can't be weak contact and pop ups. So you're looking for anything opposite field. You're looking for line drives, pulling the ball in the air. Those are the kinds of at bats that he's
Well,
looking
folks,
for.
I'll be right back.
I'm
I'm going to take a quick shower as we listen to the game, okay?
Thank you so much. So,
Let me see here. Hold on. George. Hey, Kenneth, you're watching the stream.
You should absolutely go vote for the Brewers. We've got a long list of
Just
Brewers that you
keep
should
an eye on
vote
the
for.
chat.
Don't need to vote for Chris Sale. This is all voting for the Brewers. Yes.
Yes, perfect. Thank you
We've
so
got
much.
some options for you.
Yes, and say hello to the racing sausages for us, please.
Well, yeah, that too.
I mean, I know you know this. He's going to vote for Brewers.
Yes, always. Always vote for Brewers.
That guy.
Well, it's on Daz Cameron. And he takes a called third strike.
He
for
takes
Swagger.
called
Second
third
K for
strike.
Chris Sale.
Booze. How about the Booze and Blake?
Going early tonight. South Freeland digs in against
South Freeland digs in.
Slider's about 78, 79 miles an hour fastball, sometimes in the low 90s.
Freeland on the ground to first. Olsen's got it. 2 quick outs for Sale.
Quick outs.
Fastball 93.
Well, Caleb Durbin's coming up. Had a swing to remember on Saturday. First career walk-off. His first home run in his home ballpark. His second overall of his big league career. And the Wisconsin retirement home run counter. A fun night at the ballpark on Saturday.
And good answer. The Padres tied it up to the top of the ninth with 2 runs, and then first pitch, Caleb Durbin ends it.
It was the perfect response to what had transpired in the top half of the game.
Yeah.
I guess in 15 minutes, folks.
Gill got in some trouble, some close calls that didn't go the Brewers' way, led to 2 on top of the ninth. As Durbin pops it up sky high in the shallow center. And on these
I just gotta wait 15 minutes. So, this was all that, Kenneth. But you can still watch the chat.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $499 a month, or lease a 2025 RAV4 for $349 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
My name's Stacy. I'm 57, and I was adopted in 2020.
We were adopted in 2019. And we were adopted in 2021.
We had a house, and it sounds crazy, but it wasn't a home. The one thing that Jake and Emma brought is it became a home.
When I met Dakota, he had just turned 14.
You weren't there for the first this and the first that, and it's the first words, but we got a lot of other firsts.
Watching her say, "Oh my God, I cannot believe I got my license," and she's like, "I'm passed," and I'm like, "Girl."
See them grow. It is.
They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Them.
You and you. Kids in the middle. What I thought was a complete life was nowhere near complete. But it is now.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Check out tonight's StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. First inning, the pitch sequence between Savali and Ronald Cooney Jr.
They had 6 pitches at bat. It was a full count, and Savali able to get him on a cutter. They started out the evening extremely well. That was actually a curveball, not a cutter. Again, the curveball was the big pitch for Aaron against the Reds.
Yeah.
The cutter, but that really wasn't working for him all that well. Good to have options.
Kitchen sink was a good thing.
Well, that too.
You saw the sequence, how much all of his stuff was moving, right? He was spraying it inside corner, then going away, inside and then outside, and then finally through the wrinkle.
And just when the hitter's looking for the movement, he foresees it and keeps it straight down the middle. And luck he was able to do to Verdugo.
It's 2-1 on Acuna.
2-1 on Acuna.
That's up and in. So 3 balls and a strike on Acuna.
3 balls and a strike.
Playing in his 16th ball game this year.
Hey, if you guys over on this Go with CeeLo and you're watching my partner channel, come on over. Say hello. Oh, he's off today. Outside. Ronald Acuna. Acuna Matata.
I mean, he was kind of the definition of speed and power.
His MVP year, 337.
Baldwin back to the plate.
106 RBIs plus 73 stolen bases. As you can hear the Drake Baldwin fan club start to perk up for the Braves. Fly to center his first time up and takes a strike.
Takes a strike right there.
Rookie of the month for the month of May. Madison West High School.
Went to Madison West High School.
Hit towards second base. Terrain's got it. Flips for 1 on the first. Double play.
Double play.
3, they turn it.
Looks pretty good for a catcher. Almost able to beat that double play. Pretty routine for the Brewers.
6-4-3, a pitcher's best friend. No. 4-6-3, double play.
I don't think Joe was expecting to flip. He thought that Terrain was going to take it himself.
Looked for a moment like he was going to do that and then flipped it at the last moment. 2 for the price of 1 there on the Baldwin ground ball, and now it's Riley who takes ball.
No, it's Austin Riley. Ball down low. Come on, Brewers.
2-0 on Riley.
2-0 on Austin Riley. If any of you are brand spanking new, come on in. Or if you're just tuning into us, welcome. We always like to meet new people. Swing and miss for a strike.
Three balls and strikes since that first inning. That curveball has not been as crisp.
It's got good break on it, but just not able to find the zone. Kind of yanking it a little bit.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
He likes to throw that cutter up in the zone, which is amazing. He hasn't given up more home runs because that's such a fringy area to live on with that pitch.
Normally when you lead it right where he left that last one. Yeah.
3-2 to Riley.
3-2 to Riley.
With a fastball, fouled it back to keep his at that alive.
And the cutter and the curveball working the way he would like. I mean, 93, pretty straight. Appears a little quicker to a hitter.
See where they go on Riley. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Popped him up.
Popped him up.
Threw him a good slider.
Threw him a good slider.
Freely taking charge and making the catch and ending the inning.
And then the inning.
Don't take less when you can have it all with Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box full of craveable faves. The $7 Supreme box for your swankier side. And the $9 Cantina Lux box has a whole world of tasty indulgences, including the slow roasted Cantina chicken burrito. Get Lux for less with the $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell.
Doctors, judges, and other lawyers refer their family and friends to Murphy and Procthauser
because they know that the lawyers at Murphy and Procthauser have the experience and success in the courtroom.
And we are not afraid to go to trial and fight for the people we represent and win the case if the insurance company does not offer full value. Murphy and Fractals. Good lawyers helping people for over 45 years.
Hey there, I'm Travis Frank.
And I'm Alexis Gore.
Join us for exciting adventures and stories from the great outdoors.
True North Outdoors airs every week right here on FanDuel Sports Network.
Catch the crew in the division group with the Cardinals June 12th through the 15th. Celebrate all weekend, starting with Tropical Day on the 14th, featuring the Straw Hat. Then get a Barrowman Cooler giveaway at the finale. Get your tickets at Brewers.com. Get ready for Golic and Golic, featuring Mike Golic Sr. and Mike Golic Jr., airing on FanDuel Sports Network weekdays starting at 2 p.m. They're bringing the heat with bold takes, big personalities, and some of the biggest names in sports. Don't miss the action weekdays at 2 p.m. only on the FanDuel Sports Network. Gorgeous night in downtown Milwaukee. No score from American Family Field as Chris Sale gets back to work against 8-9-1 in Brewers order. And that is a strike. Right at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, last time out, Chris Sale hit 99 miles an hour. He's been averaging about 93, 94 here tonight. Velocity down at this point.
Yeah.
93 plays pretty well with that ornament.
Boom,
Pretty 50-50 to say the least for Sale. To the scouting report, 2-1 on Ortiz.
2-1 on Ortiz.
Well, there are guys that have just
you guys got the chat.
on the preview sheets that we get. Most guys have 4 or 5 pitches.
Swing and miss. You mentioned he has the changeup, but that was a big pitch for him last year. But it has not been the same type of pitch for him this season. So fastball, slider, stick with what's working. And it's been working.
Didn't throw a single changeup last time out against Arizona.
That's line down the right field line into the corner. Fair ball for Ortiz. See where he's going to end up. He's got at least a double. He makes the turn and stops. It will be a double for Ortiz.
And the Cooney's got a good arm amongst all the other things that he does very well. So we don't want to get thrown out at third base. Don't make the first out at third base. That fastball. You know, Joey's starting to really put a good swing on those high fastballs right now. It's up and in. They would pull the hands in and bring it down the line. And Cooney got there quickly.
He's got a great arm. Albies has a great arm. Good with the double as Terang is at the plate. RBI chance, squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes strike 1.
A good opportunity for a lefty to get a sacrifice bunt here.
Terang was just 1 for 13 in that Padres series. Austin Riley in on the grass at third. Olsen creeping in at first. And it's high and tight. The Brewers were 0 for 7 yesterday with runners in scoring position against the Padres. Just 2 for 19 in that series.
Well, they had men on the bases just about every inning yesterday. Just could not come up with that hit.
And they had their opportunities really the whole series, too. Not only did they have the base hits, they had 16 hits. Only 1 extra base. They also drew 17 walks.
A lot of base runners.
Yeah. Still scored just the 4 runs against San Diego. 2-1 is a strike on the corner.
Come on, Bulls. Going up the bat.
Terang has been one of the best hitters in the Brewers lineup in such situations. Runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
And a wave and a miss.
Why are you swinging that ball, Flea?
Time now for Getting It Done. It's brought to you by the Home Depot. Brewers last season against the Braves. 4-2, average 7.5 runs a game. See that beefy batting average, 335. A ton of extra base hits. OPS near 1,000.
It'd be nice to see 7.5 runs in this series.
Anytime like the president, try and get it done. Jackson Churio singled his first time up, went right back up the middle.
Churio fly ball to center. Sends Harris back. Ortiz to tag. He's going to test the arm of Harris, and he'll make it there with the slide. Running third with 2 away. Just missed it for Jackson Churio.
Yeah. Just a little underneath it. He got good wood on it. It was a slider first pitch. 2 times up for Jackson. One of the first pitch both times.
Contreras tapped back to the mound last time against Sale. Ground ball towards the middle. Snake throw, the Brewers have the lead. And after that first pitch slider, and the Brewers are on the board.
They're pretty much the same spot as the one that Churio just flew out on. You see that arm angle, tough arm angle, and that one ends up down the middle of the plate. And Contreras just out of the reach of Allen, Nick Allen, that's short. Another first pitch. So, they were talking about Pizza Ranch for the win. They hurt me. They really hurt me. They're swinging early.
Get it going. There's a swing and a miss, and Brewers are the best in terms of scoring first. They're 28-9 on the season. They clip Sale in this bottom of the third inning. And it's 0-2 on Yelich with a couple of sliders. Yelich hit one off the first base bag for a base hit in the opening inning. We'll lead off double, and the Brewers cash in with a 2-out RBI. Swing and a miss. Yelich is gone. 3 straight sliders. 4 Ks in the game. The Brewers get the hit for Contreras, the one they needed. They're up 1-0.
Let's stay out in front.
Let's look heart and vascular disease square in the eye and never look away.
Let's be on top of it.
Committed to it. In command of it.
Through determination,
Research, innovation, understanding our roots,
Facing our truths.
with confidence knowing the experts are here.
let's not take our hearts for granted.
Because the world has so much left for us to do.
You have something
None of us have.
Audiences give How to Train Your Dragon an A. It's the cinematic ride of the summer. How to Train Your Dragon.
You ready?
In theaters June 13th, rated PG.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Make the most of your summer with the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Because now's the time to buy. So visit your local Kia dealer and look out for these stickers to take advantage of great deals. All of our vehicles are backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And right now, get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months plus $500 retail bonus cash on specially taxed 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Time for tonight's Spectrum Game Reset. Brewers just cracking the score column for the first time. Savali 3 scoreless innings. Time between both of these franchises. Of course, Bob Uecker played for both the Braves in Milwaukee and in Atlanta. Broadcast for both of these franchises, too. Got a nice piece in our extended version of our pregame show today.
They did a good job. Yeah, that was fun.
Hank Aaron, another tie that binds these two franchises.
Stephen Watson with the yeoman's work in our pregame show.
Tomorrow, too.
Yeah.
Double pay. 1-1 to Olsen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's our trio. Vinny Rotino, Stephen Watson in the middle, and Nick Green on the left. Vinny is in
his feeding window, so he's eating.
It's his time to eat.
Yeah.
Now they started at game time, and when's he going to be done?
I'm going to say right before their 8th inning.
Yeah.
Whatever he can get his mitts on. I'm glad Nick Green made his way up from Atlanta to join the super pregame festivities that we've got going for Brewers and Braves. It was fun to talk to Bob Uecker, of course, Skip Carey, longtime voice of the Braves, Brandon Gaudin, who is the voice of the Braves now on television.
One of the super stations back in the day, right?
3-2 misses slightly high, and Olsen works the leadoff walk. Let's go downstairs to Sophia, check in on her with an update on Brandon Woodruff.
Yeah, it was nearly a week ago that Brandon Woodruff was hit by a line drive on his right elbow, and obviously a frustrating setback for Woodruff. The Brewers were hoping to get him back, maybe even on this homestand, and to just be at the finish line of not only his shoulder rehab, but then most recently the right ankle. So first step was just to get the inflammation out of that right elbow. He said it is feeling better after just obviously the initial pain and soreness that comes with that. The line drive at 108 miles per hour for him. So he's hoping to start playing catch maybe as soon as tomorrow or Wednesday and just start ramping up his throwing program. And then, of course, another minor league rehab stint. So it'll be good to get Brandon Woodruff throwing. He certainly has a great perspective on it, despite his frustrations, guys, of just, he's very fortunate that there was nothing fractured and no serious injury to that right elbow.
Yeah, thanks so much, Sophia. And speaking of being hit in the elbow, Marcelo Ozuna just got hit in that elbow pad and really looked like he flailed it out there like a chicken wing more than tried to get out of the way.
Yeah, you can do that when you have those pads on. Check it out. Watch the way he's trying to get out of the way, or is he?
Got him in the hand, and they are checking to see whether or not he got the bat.
Having a conversation with William Contreras, they were teammates. William coming over the Brewers from Atlanta.
Sean Murphy going to Atlanta from Oakland in that 3-team deal as Harris squares the bunt, lays down. It's a beauty. Up with it, Durbin throws on the run just in time to get Harris. The sacrifice is complete. But at least Harris doesn't reach on the same play. The play by Durbin.
I'll tell you, Durbin has really played a good third base. That was a big question in spring training. Was he going to be able to handle third base? And he has done a bang-up job. He looked good over at third. His throws have been accurate. He's got good instincts over there, quick reactions. And a good play in and out of the glove and on its way to first.
Just in time as Hoskins able to stretch, and now the Brewers will bring their infield in. The tying run at third and go ahead run at second base. Albies popped up his first time up. And takes strike one on the inside corner. Talked about Albies against the Brewers, a .310 lifetime average in 31 games. Wide open stance from the left side.
Yeah, wide open and really spread out. He covers that batter's box pretty well, doesn't he?
Once he gets into that load position, it's very traditional like most hitters, but starts wide open.
Yeah, everybody has different ways of keeping that front shoulder closed to be able to cover the outside corner. That's his. You start open, close it up on the pitcher's in his delivery.
There's a perfect cover on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'll tell you, Albies is using every square inch of that batter's box. Getting the lay of the land.
Spread out, and he's got the high leg kick. He's got a lot going on.
Savali steps off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The big out at home plate. Foul back.
I figure hitters are going to start swinging at pitches, maybe a little bit off the edges. It does look like the corners are open tonight. But Klinsky showing that he's going to give a little bit off the edge.
Missed the play, tried that sinker, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A walk does not kill you here. You got a bases loaded situation, but Verdugo coming up who's got good numbers against Savali.
Dropped him off. That'll work. Durbin behind the bag at third will make the catch for out number 2.
Wow, nice. Fastball literally right down the middle of the plate. And Aubie's caught in the back of the zone and pops it up. Oh, there's a break. That was a very good pitch to hit.
Does not get more center square than that last one. So now you deal with Verdugo. Braves have already stranded 3 men on base. And Verdugo took a called third strike back in the second inning. Take strike 1.
That right-hander on deck, number 9 hitter.
Popped up, that's foul. It's 0-2. Verdugo, a Yankee last year after spending 4 seasons in Boston, began his career with the Dodgers. Part of the Mookie Betts deal, going from LA back to Boston. With the World Series last year. Again, a late sign by Atlanta. Savali's 0-2 on. And it's popped up foul again. Spoiled a good curveball.
Yeah, that was a good curveball down and away. Tough angle for a pitcher, but Savali put it exactly where he wanted it.
Come back with that cutter up in the zone, 1-2. That's high. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. 69 pitches for Savali through these 3 2/3 innings. High pitch count early on in the ball game. And Savali will step off.
86 pitches his last time out, 5 1/3 against Cincinnati.
Two. Struck him out. Another fastball, and Verdugo caught looking. 4th strikeout for Savali. 2nd time that Verdugo's looked at it.
George, what's it like playing that many double play meal deals in one shift?
Teams seem to be clicking on all cylinders today. What are your thoughts?
How many double play meal deals are you shooting for next shift?
Grab a double play meal deal. 7 satisfying cheeseburgers and 2 fries. Only at George Webb.
And now you have a better game plan for your retirement.
With all of life's curveballs, your travel budget is still steady.
My dad was a farmer, and when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy. I want them to know when I'm sad. And I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's getting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're going to remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're going to figure it out together.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is presented by Northwestern Mutual. Batter up to a better way to money today. NorthwesternMutual.com. And by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. Toyota. Let's go places. Great look at the ball game from the wire cam. As Chris Sale deals to Reese Hoskins, strike one on the outside corner. Hoskins struck out in the first inning. Brewers got that run across in the third, 2-out RBI single by Contreras. Savali has pitched through some serious trouble. Leadoff man's been on each of the last 3 innings. He's stranded 5 Braves.
Second and fourth, first 2 reached, and that's giving up a run.
Getting some timely pop-ups and strikeouts. First 2 reached on a walk and a hit by pitch in the fourth, but pitched around it. 2-1 to Hoskins. Wave and a miss. 2-2.
How many times have you seen him throw that slider and ends up being in the strike zone? We're talking about chase rate for this guy. Best of his career this year, 35%.
I mean, you've stood in that box, so maybe not pitches that look exactly like that, but at the same time, how it looks so good for so long and then it disappears.
Yeah, the arm angle was really tough. I faced Randy Johnson, so yeah, I mean, very similar.
Check the swing, didn't go.
For some faced Randy Johnson, he was wilder.
Not uncomfortable at that.
Not at all. Right-hander, left-hander, doesn't matter. Intimidating.
And he looks so mean out there on the mound. Hoskins fouls it away. Not saying Chris Sale looks like a young, chipper lad out there on the mound, but he's not breathing fire.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Opie Taylor, but still no Randy Johnson.
A fine young lad.
For those of you who watched Andy Griffith.
It's a very good reference. Timely. 3-2, struck him out. Through the slider, Hoskins couldn't pull the trigger. 5th strikeout for Sale, and now a quick word from Digger's hotline.
Hey, buddy, does even your project need Digger's hotline? There could be electrical, gas, or internet lines right under your feet. Every time you dig, Digger's hotline.
Daz Cameron making his 7th start of the season. He got called out on strikes in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Homered in Cincinnati last week. That was a bomb.
Yeah, tough duty for a guy coming off the bench facing this guy.
For the last couple of weeks or so, when the Brewers have faced left-handed starters, Daz Cameron's been in there and started in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Against Jesus Luzardo, and the Brewers pounded out 17 runs, so might as well ride with it. Just did clip the corner, 1-2. Next day, Brewers able to beat Rangers Suarez, another left-hander. Started against Andrew Abbott in Cincinnati. That is strike 3 call. Backdoor slider. 3 straight Ks for Chris Sale.
They spent Father's Day at the ballpark for the Brewers game against the Cardinals. They get a Barrel Man Cooler giveaway for 10,000 ticket advance. Ages 21 plus through the gates. That's courtesy of Lining Kugel. Grab tickets at brewers.com/giveaways. That's a sweet cooler right there.
It is. You can keep anything cool in there.
The Barrel Man Cooler.
Perfect time for summer. Go to the lake. Either the big lake or the lake near your house, whatever you want. Free lake, foul ball.
Take it to the tailgate before a game.
You can never have enough cooler bags. Ever. That throw from Matt Olson over there, first base side. Saw that last strikeout by Savali in the 4th inning. Contreras caught it, fired up in the 4th deck. That's a strikeout, Freeland.
Just a nasty pitch. What do you got? Hall of Fame for Chris Sale?
I think so.
He did miss pretty much 3 consecutive years due to injury.
Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side. He struck out 4 straight. 7 to the game for the reigning Cy Young Award winner.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place for helpful hardware, folks. Here's a chance to race for $1 million. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. For a limited time, Powerball players in Wisconsin have a chance to win even more prizes in a bonus draw, including 30 winners of $1,000 and a chance to win a trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race in Phoenix, Arizona. Plus, a chance to win $1 million. Offer available only for a limited time. Go to WILottery.com for details.
If you've been seriously injured, call Bloomberg offices today. One call, that's all.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, then it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years Melatonin.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
1-0. The Brewers are out in front as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Let's go back to the 4th inside the plate, brought to you by Freighter Medical College of Wisconsin. Couple of sliders here, looking, and then one swinging from 3.
I mean, it looks pretty devastating from the angle that we have up here and in center field, but try looking at it and following it in the batter's box.
I'm good.
You can't do it. I'm good. Just a nasty pitch.
Especially from the left side of the plate, where it's coming from behind your back. Fly ball to center by Green, by Allen, I should say. Nick Green's our pregame analyst from the Atlanta Braves. This is Nick Allen who flies to center.
Got a full house. I play-by-play guys. Allen sitting here. CJ Nikowski, I was with him talking about the 2 pitchers tonight.
CJ's second year in Atlanta after spending a lot of time in Texas. Here's Acuna. Saw DL Hall getting ready in the bullpen. Acuna sprays a foul. That's strike 1. Kind of fun doing this collab stuff with the other teams.
Yeah.
Pre-game shows. Getting both sides of the coin. There's a Braves television crew. CJ Nikowski on the left. Brandon Gautin in the middle.
I was standing here with CJ. It's not often I can look eye to eye to the guy that I'm working with.
I think that was a breath of fresh air, huh? Yeah, I look at the top of my head with your
BA.
1-2 on Acuna. Yeah, Brian uses the little block down here. I don't use that.
No, you don't do that. When's Brian coming back anyway? He's done in France, right?
I think so. Yeah, he. I think Thursday is triumphant return. 1-2. That's a blast. That's a right. And this game's going to be tied. Acuna's 5th home run.
And back foot to boot. That ball was hammered.
He admired it for a while, and you can understand why. Two strikes, and he sent this thing way out.
Yeah, opposite field. He hit this one like a left-handed power hitter. And he watched it. He knew it.
So foul off with Contreras mask for strike 1. So Acuna with a solo homer and got every bit of it.
Yeah. Second deck. Opposite field. Does he have a name for that little move at third base? Like, what was that?
That one for every bag. Saw the hands over the years at first base. Probably pointed out to the bullpen at second and did some at third. Baldwin 0 for 2, and now he's down in the count 0 2.
Well, that left play, right? There you go.
A little hesitation.
There you go. Yep.
Yes, he did. That's another strikeout for Savali. 2 away in the inning. 5th K for Savali.
Put it right where Contreras wanted it. Up and away with a cutter. We got him.
Austin Riley, 2 outs now. He's flying to right and single. And he drives one to the gap in right center field. Sends Churio back, and this one is going to be off the ball and bounce. Churio fires in the second base, but Riley's got a double. First 2 extra base hits of the game, both well struck.
That's an opposite field power with this guy. I mean, Austin Riley. That is his bread and butter right here. Fastball pretty much down the middle. He inside out to just rips it into the gap in right center. I thought that was out of the ballpark when he hit it.
Off the bat of 104, and Pat Murphy is going to go to the bullpen after 4 2/3 innings from Aaron Savali. Does not want Savali to face Olsen for a third time. D.L. Hall is coming into this ball game in the top of the 5th inning in a 1-1 game.
1 scoop, 2 scoops, stacked up high. Colors of joy reach for the sky. Classic cups, chocolate whip. At the Chocolate Factory, you're in for a treat. Scoop up happiness today at the Chocolate Factory.
Wondering what makes Wisconsin Dells the perfect summer getaway? Let's find out. Let's splash. Let's play. Let's try something completely new. Let's make sure we do this again next year. Hey, I'm working up an appetite. Let's eat. Need a guys' weekend? Let's do guy stuff. Need a girls' weekend? Let's go, girls. Need a family getaway? Let's have some together time. Wisconsin Dells. Let's make this the best vacation ever. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Well, dogs are done.
Yeah, those are all right.
Start summer the right way this Father's Day with help from Menards. From grilling tools to power tools, we've got the perfect gifts to make this Father's Day one to remember. Get these great deals from Pit Boss on sale now, plus 11% rebate.
This summer is going to be great.
Save big money at Menards.
Meet Sarah. For her women's health needs, her friend Elena recommended Aurora Healthcare. For personalized, convenient care and 24/7 support, friends tell friends about our OBGYNs.
Well, Eric Savali on tonight's T-Mobile coverage cam 4 2/3 innings, pitching into the 5th. Allowed just 5 hits, the solo homer, but the curveball was going early. Needed some strikeouts, and he got them when he needed them.
He was in trouble in the 2nd and 4th. The first 2 reads, then both of those 2 innings, were able to keep the Braves off the board and couldn't get away with a pitch down the middle to Acuna Jr., who knocked it out of here in the right field into the second deck. And D.L. Hall takes over here. Hall's been good. Last pitched on Wednesday against the Reds. His second start of the year went 3 innings, no runs, only gave up 1 hit.
Gruber Law Offices, 1 call, that's all called with the pen. Faces Olsen, and Olsen sends one to center. Back is Churio at the wall, and Olsen on the first pitch he sees goes deep to give the Braves the lead. So the stars are showing out in Milwaukee for the Braves. First Acuna, and now Olsen.
Yeah, check it out, fastball. Right down the middle, and Olsen didn't miss it. Big fly, dead center. And Shooter runs out of room.
And now Ozuna pops this one up.
On high second base and shallow center, Terang is there, makes the catch. And the inning ends. Big blow, the 2-run shot by Olsen. Go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Brewers bottom of the order's coming on.
Outback Steakhouse has a three-course meal called the Aussie. With soup or salad, your choice of select entrees, and cheesecake for dessert. Three courses starting at $14.99 at Outback for a limited time.
Get an 11% rebate with the last roof you'll ever need with steel roofing from Menards. Steel roofing is durable, offering your home the best protection from wind, hail, and fire. Choose from 29 stylish colors that not only enhance the appearance of your home, but will reduce cooling costs and keep your home more comfortable all summer long. Plus, get an 11% rebate on everything for your roofing project now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles. Now choose FlexBuy on a new Bronco or Bronco Sport and get 3.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $2,000 retail bonus cash. Visit your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Emily got her first job and her first paycheck. And now Emily wants stuff, to have stuff, and to do stuff. Emily's future is stuffed with possibilities. So she got the Landmark Credit Union app, and we set her up with a checking account, mobile deposits, and a debit card. We help make Emily's whole money thing not such a big thing. Your dreams are totally doable, Emily, but maybe wait until your second paycheck. Landmark Credit Union. Banking made easy.
Braves and Brewers back at American Family Field, and you can join us on Saturday for a free play ball event for kids ages 5 through 12. It'll be a fun-filled day featuring a rotating baseball skills clinic where young kids can learn and play like the pros. You can also meet team mascots and play some fun games. Cool beer there as well, so make sure you get signed up. The space is limited. You can go to brewers.com/playball. Again, that's coming up this Saturday, June 14th.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Brewers chasing 2 now against Chris Sale.
Baseball, cold beer. Is that what she said?
Yes.
It sounds like fantasy camp.
And ice baths. Multiple ice baths.
Yeah.
The cold plunge and then into the hot tub. 2-0 on Durbin, trying to get the Brewers offense going. Pops it up foul. 2-1 on Caleb Durbin. Popped up to second base first time he faced Chris Sale, who struck out the last 4 batters he's faced since the RBI single along to Contreras. Popped him up. Foul territory again, and this one will be in the seats. He's going to come away with it through the nacho cheese. Oh, some cordial fans trying to give it away now. There you go. Get to the youngster. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Good fan game right there. Play good take. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, if you were a fan, you came to ball games and never got a foul ball, finally got one, would you give it away?
Yes. Especially to a kid.
You would.
Yes.
I'm sure if I would.
No, I would.
If I had multiple foul balls, I mean, I certainly would.
Fly ball center for Harris. 1 up and 1 down, and now a quick word from Gruber Law Offices.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Well, Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. 1 call, that's all.
You don't think you'd give a foul ball to the youngster?
I guess if there was peer pressure, people were booing me, I'd give it up for sure.
Yeah. Tease takes a strike.
You know, we've had foul balls come into booths, not so much here, but on the road, and I would flip them down in the stands.
As you should.
Yeah, right.
especially when they come in here. I mean, it's tough to get a foul ball in this booth and the booth next door.
Right.
The radio booth, the home radio booth, the visiting radio, visiting TV booths. A bit more accessible for foul balls against left-handed batters.
Press sponsors have a lot of that.
Yes, they get peppered. And they mark every single one of them that hits off the back of the wall there, the press row. There's a Willie Adames shot from last year.
Patrick Wisdom.
Whoever was sitting in that seat, no longer there. Popped up right side for Olsen. On the warning track to make the catch for the second out.
Toughest booth, to work in was Old Tiger Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
You ever worked there?
Never at the old one.
They were literally right behind home plate. What, about 30 feet up, it seemed like?
Straight up.
Yeah, we were doing a game there, and remember Curtis Fry?
Oh, yeah.
Left-handed hitter. I got drilled right in the shoulder. Ken Summerfield got hit in the head.
Yeah, I remember. I've heard this story.
Not in the same game, but
and he was down reading the ticker tape, apparently, getting the scores for Pat Hughes and Bob Euchre, and put his head down. There's Ken Summerfeld.
I was looking at the monitor. The ball hit me right in the shoulder, and if ever I was going to say something inappropriate, that might have been the time.
That was the time.
When you're kind of surprised and shocked that something just drilled you in the shoulder you weren't expecting.
Yeah. I didn't, though. No, you didn't. You did a nice job holding it
in.
I cannot confirm what Kent said, but I do know that he got the shot right up his forehead, and Uke took a red Sharpie and actually drew seams on the spot where he got hit in the forehead.
Right in his head.
Yeah, right in the front of the squash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, that booth was literally, you were in the game in that booth.
Yeah. He's a gamer, Kent. I bet he gave the scores, too, right after.
Mm-hmm.
And then called for a legal ID. Ken knew he was on camera right there. Celebrating year number 40 in the Brewers radio.
Else. I mean, he was doing that job when I was playing.
Yeah, 1986, his first year.
Yeah.
He's seen a lot of Brewers baseball. 2-2 to Terang. Big curveball missed up in it. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I always tell Kent that we're like a restaurant buffer. They can't get rid of us.
Barnacles.
Yeah. I got that from Bob Bradley. I can't take credit for it.
Oh, that's great. 3-2 is outside, and Terang works a walk.
There you go. Maybe steal a base.
First walk by Sale, and it brings Churio to the plate, who swung the bat well today against Sale, a single and a fly out to center. And speaking of Churio, hitting the ball well, 10 home runs on our Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run leaderboard. Now would be a good time to pop number 11. Just missed one back in the third. And that's on the ground foul.
Yeah, 3 at bats, swung the first pitch 3 times.
Again, to the scouting report for what Jackson Churio has been doing. And just 1 hit in that Padres series. Great speed at first with Terang. Sale delivers home, and that missed slightly low. That was a changeup. First one he's thrown tonight.
Yeah. Showing some respect for Churio. I'll tell you, Jackson Churio has been lighting up lefties this year.
Line down the right field line, foul. OPS over 1,000 against left-handed pitching this year for Jackson Churio.
373 against lefties.
Opportunity to protect right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Churio, trying to keep the inning alive. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Saved 96 in the tank. Picks up his 8th strikeout. We go to the 6th inning. Kent and Uke, like peanut butter and jelly in the Brewers booth for 40 years.
If your grandpa wears one of these, if your husband wears these on the weekend, if your mom wore this, or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA membership for the spouses, kids, and then grandkids of those who serve. Count on us. Count on USAA. See if you can join USAA today.
When I was little, I wanted to be Natasha Rowley. I wanted to be Jenny Finch. But I never thought I'd be in the big leagues. Because there was never a league like this.
The next legendary big league is here. Built by legends of the game to be unlike any other.
3-1 Braves in the bottom half of the
Unlimited
power off. Fifth coming on up.
where we're all one team, even when we're rivals.
Boo scored
A league
first.
that will be legendary from the moment it launches. This is legendary.
This is legendary.
Back at American Family Field, and the Brewers were busy earlier today beyond the diamond. All players and coaches are looking at Bryce Drain, Caleb Durbin, helping to build bookshelves and fill them up with books along with students from Boyd Varvey Montessori School and Greenfield Bilingual School. So great to see the players giving back in that way. Just help support summer reading, lifelong literacy, establish good reading habits here for those young kids. So great to see all of the Brewers players and coaches participating in that. And great to get ahead of that summer reading, guys.
The lists are long for the summer reading. Thank you, Sophia. And Brewers building all those bookcases.
Imagine stories those kids have. I mean, you see this bookcase. I mean, Jackson Curio built that book. So cool.
Hopefully they signed them all right.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Yeah, that would be really neat.
Brewers have really done a great job in the community since Mark Ananazio took over. One of the things he really took hold of is getting back in the community. A community that supports this organization as well as any in baseball.
Swinging this by Harris. That's a strikeout for D.L. Hall. One away.
D.L. Hall.
In this top of the sixth inning.
Top of the sixth. Excuse me.
Baseball, literally right down.
Might say top of six.
5 miles an hour. So D.L. Hall don't surprise you. And with that kind of velocity, that's pretty straight. Got it right there.
Here's Albies in from the right side of the plate and takes high for ball one. Albies rips one to the left for a base hit. One out single against D.L. Hall. They'll have a pinch hitter for Verdugo. First, a look at this laser.
Change up right here. Change up down the middle.
Change up down the middle.
Oh, yeah. Good balance and a bullet in the left.
Eli White is off the bench now for Atlanta. Hitting for Verdugo. White at 237, a couple of homers. And the Braves still trying to figure out left field. It's been a platoon for the majority of the season. White and Verdugo. Verdugo took 2 cold third strikes from Savali.
And 2 fastballs right down the middle. Looking for something else.
It's away.
Yeah, the way the Brewers bullpen is configured, it makes it difficult on the manager to make these kind of decisions. The Brewers have 4 lefties in the bullpen, 4 right-handers to start tonight.
There's a liner on the left. Daz Cameron is there to make
Daz Cameron.
And a changeup that was left in the middle.
We'll catch a post-game concert by three-time Grammy Award winner Nelly for the Brewers game on Friday. At June 27th, all you need is a game ticket, or you can upgrade to a field pass to get close to the show. Get your seats at brewers.com/concerts.
That's coming up pretty soon. He's got some pretty good ice around his neck there. You forget his name, it's right there in gems. Bet it glistens in the lights.
It's pretty heavy.
Yes. I mean, you probably got a thick neck. You have to have that thing around your neck, right? Nick Allen, number 9 hitter. Even in the count of the ball and a strike.
Ball and strike. Right there.
It's fly to center twice. Popped him up, foul territory.
Popped him up, foul territory.
Sheds the mask and makes the catch. And again, Theo Hall puts up a 0 in the 6th.
When you need a break, Pizza Ranch is ready. Make it a buffet day at Pizza Ranch. Here's a chance to race for $1 million. The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. For a limited time, Powerball players in Wisconsin have a chance to win even more prizes in a bonus draw, including 30 winners of $1,000 and a chance to win a trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race in Phoenix, Arizona. Plus, a chance to win $1 million. Offer available only for a limited time. Go to WILottery.com for details.
A dad's work is never done. It's why the Home Depot has Father's Day gifts for every dad. From ties, to tools, to tech, to something to enjoy together.
Yeah.
No matter what he's working on, make any dad's day with the Home Depot.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years Melatonin.
This is not a blue moon. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Now it is. A Valencia orange makes a blue moon, and everything a little brighter.
3-1 Atlanta as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
3-1, bottom of
Brewers
6.
are coming up in the middle of their order. It's Sale for a 3rd time, and the only RBI for the Brewers are in by this man, William Contreras. Every Brewers RBI this season, Northwestern Mutual Foundation funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Milwaukee Brewers provide a partner in curing childhood cancer. So Contreras comes to the plate. Eli White stays in and plays in left field after he pinch hit in the 6th. Sale back to work at 76 pitches in his 6th inning. He's really settled in. Even when he gave up the run in the 3rd, didn't use a lot of pitches in that frame. Just 15 pitches in the 3rd.
It's amazing all the strikeouts, how good his pitch count is right now, right?
Yeah.
8 Ks in the game for Sale. He's got a 2-run lead.
78 pitches now, and only, 25 balls?
Pitching like the ace that he is. Last year's Cy Young Award winner. Number 2 in the National League in strikeouts. There's a strike.
That's a strike.
They call that a slider, but for me, I mean, the speed of it's more like a curveball. But you know what? You call it anything you want.
Flipped it in there again for a strike. It's 2-2.
Flipped it in there again for a strike.
Add and subtract to it. He's thrown it more than he's thrown his fastball. Two. Swing and a miss, and then 94 to back it up. 9th strikeout for Sale.
9K.
You got a shot at 3,000 for sure. 2,500 plus coming into play tonight. 9 tonight. tonight.
About 500 more strikeouts per innings pitched. As Yelich swings and misses, one right down the middle.
He's been around a while, but again, he missed almost 3 years, and that's going to help the arm. But when you consider he missed 3 years and has all those strikeouts,
Made just 11 starts between the 2020 season and the 22 season. Sprayed foul, none in 2020. 21 made 9 starts, and then just 2 in the 22 season. That was all towards the tail end of his Boston tenure. And then he goes in a trade to Atlanta and becomes what he has become again. He's the version of Chris Sale from the White Sox.
And Chris Sale 2.0 with a fresh arm.
Won the Triple Crown last year, led the league in ERA, wins, and strikeouts. That's Cy Young. Then a Gold Glove. And Yelich went through. That is out number 2. Baldwin thought it was the 3rd out. 10 strikeouts now for Sale.
Patrick, you took 5 cookies. Give me one back. Are they all gone? Give me one back. Patrick, that's wrong. Just wrong.
So 4th time this year, Sale has had
Wrong.
10 or more
Don't be lying
strikeouts
like that.
in his last appearance against Arizona. I mean, the way he's thrown right now, he's going to be in this game for a long time. It's at 85 pitches. Hoskins takes down Ramil. Both times he's had double-digit strikeout games. They've come in back-to-back starts.
5 and a 9K.
10 is that season high. And strike on Hoskins makes it 2-1.
The 3 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. Took that 4 strikeouts, but since that time, there's been a lot of them.
7 of the last 10 batters. Hoskins fouls it away. Two and 2 on Rhys Hoskins. Sale struck out the side in the 4th. And that one ripped foul. Looking fastball, got it, was out in front.
Yeah, upset with himself. Kind of pounded the bat down after poking it foul. Realizes that, you don't get many pitches to hit with this guy. And when you get one, you better not waste it.
Yeah, swing and a miss at the slider. 11 Ks, a new season high for Sale. For the 2nd time, he strikes out the side.
Okay. We have internet. Easy.
It's all coming together.
When's the mattress coming?
Friday.
Plumber?
Tuesday. Curtis?
Next week.
This is nice.
This is nice. It's all coming together.
Connect first, unpack later. Set up in minutes with self-install from Spectrum.
Coming.
Onboard Wi-Fi that goes wherever you go. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Now, for a limited time, get 2.99% APR on the Hyundai Elantra or Elantra Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
We're here. Progressive's accident response detected an accident and sent for help.
Did we beat him? Where's Superman?
Saving the world, maybe?
We did that.
Yeah, I don't think car insurance is really his thing. Not with us around.
Yeah, I already called the tow truck and started your claim.
I guess not all heroes wear capes.
Yep. Somewhere, tummy capes.
Ew, what? Don't say things like that out loud.
No.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 McScrapings boxes give you a whole world of tasty indulgences, including a slow roasted flavor of the Cantina Chicken Burrito. Fill this
Choose your love scraping spots only at Taco Bell.
Toyota game reset as we've reached the 7th inning, and the Braves lead at 3-1. Chris Sale
3-1. Bulls only down to 2
in 6 innings. And Matt Olson with a 2-run go-ahead homer. First pitch ground ball to the left side. Ortiz has to hurry. Scooped by Hoskins, and they get Acuna.
And they get Acuna Matata.
Good play by Ortiz here.
Good play by Ortiz.
Kind of circled a little bit to get the angle on the throw and able to get Acuna by half a step. I'd say a couple of years ago, he beat that out.
Yeah.
Still not running at 100%.
Just now making his way back into the dugout. Still not in the dugout as that first pitch comes in up the hill. That is a cool shot on the wire cam. Look at that move.
Yeah.
Ball like that. 2-2. Oh, 2-0.
The latter stages of the month of May. That's the Red Sox series. One of the Padres series Friday. That's this homestand. Great look.
Yeah. Always trying to improve, right? Make the game look better for the fans. Give you different looks.
Provides a really cool perspective, I think, on second and third. See where the infield's playing and ball down the line. You see all the moving pieces.
Like being there.
Waldman took outside, swing 2. Here it is. (3-2). Fouled away. And Brian, who's our wire cam operator tonight.
Hey, if you guys are still watching that Pete McDivitt show, come on over.
Wheels and make sure it stays on the wire. And that is slightly low for ball 4. Pretty good pitch from D.L. Hall. Didn't get the call. And Baldwin reaches base for the first time.
Tough pitch to take. How do you take it? How does it call the ball? Okay.
Baldwin fan club appreciating their buddy getting on base for the first time. Austin Riley.
Austin Riley. Let's go play baseball.
You mentioned it before, Rock, but when you look on paper at this Braves team, at least on the offensive side, you think, how is this club 10 games under 500?
10 games?
Yeah, well, Acuna wasn't around for most of the year. Riley's been good, Olsen's been good. Ozuna kind of hampered. He's not running at 100%. He's not the best he can be.
But even with Acuna back, and this is game 16, the club since the 18th of May is just 3-14. 12 of those losses have been by 2 runs or fewer. And now they're 14 games back of the Mets in the division. And the Nationals are playing better baseball. Riley pops it up, first base side. Hoskins in foul ground with room makes the catch for out number 2.
That's one of those things, right? Guys just aren't hitting. The pitching has been a little inconsistent, although their defense has been solid. These two teams are very similar pitching-wise and offense. When you look at the National League statistics, right next to each other. Big difference is defense. Brewers near the bottom of the National League in defense. Braves near the top.
Number 1 in Major League Baseball, defensive runs saved. Plus 47. They have 2 positions that are in negatives. Left field and second base, it's -1 to -2. Olsen, and this one gets away from Contreras, and to second base goes Baldwin. Good read on that ball. Got away from Contreras.
That ball got away from Contreras.
Looked like the cutter.
Looked like the cutter.
Not in the dirt. and then it gets by him.
It is ruled a pass ball on Contreras. It's a free 90 feet. Wilson rolls one foul. Guessing those are his old high school teammates. And that was the signal when you got to second base on a wild pitch or pass ball. That's my guess. We would do that in the dugout.
Okay. I didn't even notice.
It's just a hunch.
Good guess.
Olsen on the ground to second base. Two big hops for Bryce Terang. Throws him out. D.L. Hall puts up another 0.
D.L. Hall puts up another 3 zeros. Ah! What an odd commercial.
For 40 years, tens of thousands of cases, we wake up every day with a clear purpose to make as big a difference as we can.
Nah.
One call, that's all.
It's all. Being good.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
Oh, you're still figuring out your plans for Father's Day. I've got some ideas. Spend it at the ballpark. For the Brewers game against the Cardinals, they get a barrel mini cooler. That's a giveaway for the first 10,000 ticketed fans ages 21 and over that get through the gate. That's courtesy of Lion Kugel. Get tickets at Brewers.com/giveaways.
The Brewers are looking for some runs here. Here's Barrel Man. 3 high fives for everybody.
Nah.
Cameron digs in. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. Cameron Freelick Durbin, 5, 6, and 7, 91 pitches on the ledger for sale. That is inside. 2 balls, no strikes on.
2 balls, no strikes.
Bullpen is moving. That's Raisel Iglesias.
And no longer closing games.
Too low. That is up the middle and a base hit for Daz Cameron. A good start to this bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah,
Good start for him.
Got one and took advantage of it. Good swing by Daz on that pitch.
Yeah, if you haven't yet, go over and check out T. Marie's Place. Stream Elements just dropped the link.
South Freeland going to try and move him around. 3rd time in the game, the Brewers found the leadoff man on base. On the ground to second base. Tough ball turn 2 on. They'll get 1, and Freeland is safe at first on fielder's choice.
Freeland is safe at first.
Brings up Durbin.
See if you get one of those high fastballs like the one he got against San Diego.
Popped it out of the ballpark. Just his 2nd big league home run. First pitch thrown by Morgan. And he got a fastball, missed it. Fly ball in the shallow right for Acuna.
for Acuna.
Plan of attack against Sale, pretty obvious, isn't it? Attack early. If you see something you like, first pitch, go for it. Normally, it's the best pitch you're going to get to hit.
Uribe and Anderson loosening in the Brewers' pen. If the Brewers tie or take the lead, you'll see Uribe, Brain Anderson otherwise, I would surmise. Joey Ortiz with a double, and he scored the only run for the Brewers. Came back in the third. Braves got all three of their runs in the fifth. Strike one. 3 runs in the span of 4 batters. Homer by Acuna, 2-out double by Riley, 2-run homer by Matt Olson. Out of it and out of the glove. And it's 0-2. 97 pitches for Chris Sale. Season high is 112.
Season high, 112.
Ortiz fouled it away.
Ortiz fouled it away.
For the Braves. Good luck trying to get him out of the game, right? Could be his last inning. Brewers are hoping it is.
They would prefer to see anybody except for Chris Sale right now. Ortiz golfs one to left.
Golfs one to left, out.
But regaining his footing is White makes the catch in the inning ends. Brewers had a base runner, strand him on.
Many people swear they've had stuffed crust pizza from Domino's before, so we invited some of them to a little taste test.
Oh, that is the Domino's stuffed crust that you said you had in the past.
Where's the pizza?
Domino's has never made a stuffed crust pizza before.
I'm at a loss for words. Until now, that is. Introducing Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. We didn't just stuff our crust with cheese. We use our delicious pan pizza dough and sprinkle garlic seasoning and Parmesan on top. It's Domino's first ever stuffed crust pizza. Try it for the first time tonight.
This is phenomenal.
Come on.
Can you pick up coins so tomorrow morning we can, you know, and those blue jeans.
Does it have to be right this second?
Some people just know
What
they
about
can
the
see the hundreds on car
clothes
insurance
over
by checking
there?
all states.
Yes.
Is it mean jeez?
No.
Like you know to check your sunroof's closed first, before going through the car wash. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check all states first and save when you click or call.
And folks.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it tells stories. And if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years, another time.
On a warm day, you want 2 things. A refreshing drink made with real fruit juice like Simply Spiked Lemonade, and a way to get cool. Oh, you can leave it open. Simply Spiked, made with real fruit juice.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Old National Bank. Get old. 8th inning, and D.L. Hall stays in the ball game for the Brewers. Came in the 5th. For the zeros in the 6th and 7th, Marcelo Ozuna takes strike 1. 2 on Ozuna. So on the first pitch of the sequence to Ozuna, that was the cutter. That's a new pitch for D.L. Hall. Now throws the changeup. If he could get all 3 of those pitches, right? You get the cutter, the 4-seam fastball, and then the changeup that falls off the table. That's a lethal combination.
Yeah. I mean, he's been good.
Yeah.
Since coming off the injured list, making starts, coming out of the bullpen, showing his flexibility.
Just his second appearance out of the pen, and you mentioned it, Rock, earlier. The Brewers, in terms of their bullpen, they have guys, especially from the left side, that can go multiple innings. Aaron Ashby, 2 innings yesterday. He's looked great his last few appearances.
Danny's been good. Cisney has been really good. Whole bullpen's been good. You get a little bit of time off every now and again, they're going to be solid. There's a stretch of it will work really hard, and it showed.
Beginning part of May. 3-2. Hit into center for Jackson Churio. One gone.
Well, let's check out tonight's time of the game winner at Beaver Creek Supper Club and Lounge in Ettrick, Wisconsin, as they call the Brewers. But 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, they get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. It's offered courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
I've never heard of Ettrick, Wisconsin. Where is Ettrick?
Tell me.
Well, a quick little Google search tells me that it's from Trimble County up in Wisconsin.
Okay. That doesn't tell me much.
Well, I'm working on it, buddy. I got to zoom out. 525 is our population, according to our last census. It's close-ish to the...
So 40 of them are going to be able to get to a game. 40 of 500 and some.
Yeah, hop on the bus. I mean, it's due north of La Crosse. Yeah, where Ettrick is. On the other side of the state there. Second base.
To second base.
For out number 2. As opposed to up north there.
Would you consider yourself at this point in Wisconsin?
Yes, I've been here for 11 seasons.
Well, okay, well, what is it, 5, 6 years, you think? What do you think, 10?
I would say 10.
All right.
I would say 10 is your barometer.
So if you're a Wisconsinite, you can do the Wisconsin dialect if you like.
Yeah, I think so. And I do it out of love. I love it.
Term of endearment. It's kind of you love it.
They would tell you the same exact thing. If you went over to Ettrick right now, they'd probably say the exact same thing.
Right. I mean,
ground ball through the left side for base hit for Albies. He's 2 for 2 from the right side of the plate.
He is 2 for 2.
I really do think that it is, if you can do the Wisconsin accent, and it takes some time to perfect it. Do you have a good Wisconsin accent?
I don't. But Jerry Augustine's from Kewanee County. He's
Kewanee's finest.
Yeah, he's from Kewanee. He does a Jim Gander. He does better than Jimmy. I mean, the way he copies Jim Gander is better than the way Jimmy talks.
What does it sound like?
I can't do it. I don't even want to do it. I mean,
I ordered a friend to show me. On that note, Dale Hall is going to be taken out of this ball game. You see Eli White against the Brewers right-hander when we come back.
Nothing like the sound of soda in the morning, especially when it's only $1 at Wendy's. That's what a happy wallet sounds like. For the first sip of the day, gotta be Wendy's.
At PCA, we believe all kids deserve access to a positive youth sports experience. Visit positivecoach.org to learn more about how PCA can support you in creating a positive sports experience in your community.
When you're a boy, you better be down for some fun. Because summer in Eagle River, Wisconsin means packing your summer with lakes, trails, food, lakes, whatever this is, friends, family. Fill your summer with fun. Plan your trip to Eagle River at eagleriver.org.
This Father's Day, give Dad the gift of power and precision with Works Power Tools from Menards. Works cordless power tools and outdoor power equipment have everything you need for the workshop to the yard. With drills and saws to trimmers and blowers. Power up with Works 20-volt power share to get your projects done. Right now, get this Works 20-volt power share battery for $39.95 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
It's a good shot of the moon, 3-1. Atlanta, top of the 8th inning. The Brewers go to the bullpen. Grant Anderson is coming in to face Eli White. Anderson doing yeoman's work so far in the pen for the Brewers.
Yeah, he is stranded. Each of his last 12 inherited runners. They got called up at the end of March. He has been terrific. Last pitched on Friday against the Padres.
Eli White at the plate, and a swing and a miss. In that Friday game, Grant Anderson did allow the home run to Manny Machado, which made it 2-0. So back-to-back appearances that he has allowed a solo homer. Benson took him deep in Cincinnati. Tough matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has really been a bright spot in that bullpen. Well, the biggest surprise on the roster, I would say.
That's fair. Pat Murphy would tell you the same thing, because he was not on anybody's depth chart in spring training.
The fastball, the slider, it's been very consistent, throwing strikes.
Two on to White. Missed with the sweeper. So it's 3-1 now on White, and there is nobody loosening in that Braves bullpen. And for Chris Sale, that looks like the guy who's going out there for the 8th.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a strike. And
That's a strike.
Eli White will use his timeout. He thought that was ball 4. Scrap back in with that elbow pad, and we'll have all these on the move. Three-two coming back. Foul off the mask of Contreras. Runner goes again. White with a fly ball to left. Sends Cameron back, and he is out of room and gone.
Home on. 5-1 Braves. Peace, everybody. Congrats to the Braves.